This is number 27 in problem set 4.2 on page 194, where you're asked to perform the indicated operations involving rational expressions and then express your final answers in simplest form. So what we want to do is take a look and factor each part of these rational expressions that can be factored. So I'll start with the top of the first fraction. I notice that the greatest common factor is 5a. If I divide out a 5a from both of those things, I'll have a plus 4. And I can redistribute that and make sure that when I multiply the 5a by the a and also by the 4, I do in fact get what I started with, and I do. In the bottom, the greatest common factor is a squared. I can only bring out the exponent on the a that is smallest, as long as all terms have an a. So that's an a squared. A cubed divided by a squared is a, and 2a squared divided by a squared is 2. And again, I can redistribute to make sure that works. My second fraction, there is no greatest common factor, but I can probably unfoil since this is not a perfect square trinomial. I know that first times first has to equal a squared, so that would make this an a and this an a. And I know that last times last has to equal negative 12. Well, that basically tells me that one of these is going to be a positive and the other is a negative, because a positive times a negative is a negative. So now I need factors of negative 12 that add up to negative 1. Well, that would be 4 and 3 if the 4 is negative. Because 4 times negative 4 times positive 3 is negative 12, and negative 4 plus positive 3 is negative 1. On the bottom of that fraction, I notice that I have a difference of squares. So that's going to factor down to a plus 4 and a minus 4. Remember, these are the opposite signs because that ensures that when you do the outside and the inside products, they cancel one another out, which is why we do not have a middle term. Okay, so now this is all multiplication, so I can do some canceling. A over 4 divided by a over 4 cancels. A plus 4 and a plus 4. A minus 4 and a minus 4 also cancels. Let's see, this a will cancel one of these a's on the bottom. And I think that's it. So on top, if I multiply across, I have just 5 left in the first fraction and a plus 3 in the second. And on the bottom, all that I have left is a, and then the quantity a minus 2. Nothing else cancels. That is my final answer. I may distribute if I want, but I do not have to.